Last question before we go and finish this out. Where does JMO and Amon-Ra St. Brown rank among the 1-2s in your mind? Because I think St. Brown's a top 5 receiver maybe in this league. Where do they rank kind of in the 1-2 combos? Top 5? Top 10?
No.
Top 5? 10?
They don't. Here's why they don't rank top 5. Here's why.
Yeah.
Because JMO is still working.
Okay.
Right? When I put here's the thing. If you remove JMO's speed, is he better than T. Higgins?
I think right now T. Higgins is better, even if with JMO's speed.
But I'm taking his superpower away.
Okay, reloaded. So Steve Smith said that, St. Brown and JMO in the top 5 duo in the NFL because of Jameson Williams. Now, people got mad because he said if you take away JMO's superpower, would he be better than T. Higgins? Which I do think T. Higgins is better than him. I said that the other day. Yeah, I do think that, but I mean, you can't just take away his speed and be like, oh, if we did, nah. I mean, when you look at the best duels in the NFL, Cincinnati might be on that top. Dallas got to be up in there with CD and what Pickens did last year and his ability. I mean, obviously, I think the Rams are probably number 1 with Puka and Devontae. So that's 3 right there that I'm probably going to put ahead of them. Tampa lost a little bit last year with Mike Evans leaving. So the 49ers, I don't think I don't know what's going on there. Washington, no. The Giants, no. The Eagles, no. Nobody NFC South, NFC West. The Rams, like I said, AFC North. I mean, Cincinnati, the Baltimore now, no. Baltimore, no. Cleveland, no. Pittsburgh, no. Said the Browns. Probably nobody in the AFC South. Jacksonville, Indianapolis, Tennessee, Houston. I don't think Tank Dell coming back. He can't be the same. The AFC East, Buffalo, no. New England, I like A.J. Brown, but no. Miami, no. They lost Tyreek. Who else up in there? Buffalo, New England, Miami, the Jets, no. Kansas City, no. Denver, probably not. Raiders, not. And then you had the Broncos, not. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I would probably just thinking off my top. Oh, the Vikings with Addison and old boy and Justin Jefferson. So yeah, I would say just thinking off the top of my Rolodex. People may make an argument for like Downs and Pittman or something like that. But yeah, I would probably say going off numbers, they top 5, maybe 4, maybe 5, depending on how you see Jefferson and Addison. I think they outperformed him last year. So yeah, I'd say probably in that top 5, top 4. But number 1, I mean, it's Devontae and Puka. I mean, I don't think you can debate that. Maybe you can debate that with T and Jamar Chase. But I give me Puka and Devontae. Jamar might be better than both, but that's the argument to have. Yeah, it's good, man. Like I said, I'd probably say the Rams, then the Bengals, and then you start going in there Dallas and everybody, you can mix and mingle how you want to. So, it's pretty cool, man. But at the end of the day, we still are waiting for JMO to arrive, to be more consistent with his focus and his catch, and do something, and be consistent. If Laporte out there, even when everybody was out and St. Brown guy was dropping the ball and shit after the Trump dance and shit, he did step up. When they started targeting him and making him a primary target, I mean, he did deliver. I mean, I don't think anybody can disagree with that. So it's up to the Lions to make him a primary target. When Dan Campbell targeted him as that guy, he delivered. And maybe a lot of his drops is coming from being lethargic and I'm being a 3rd option or the 4th option in this route. They really not looking at me on a consistent basis. And maybe if he can get consistent looks, maybe therefore, he may be able to produce on another level. But yeah, they got to find a way to give him the ball a lot of times. On 3rd downs, it's Laporta, it's Gibbs, it's Amon-Ra, Laporta, and Gibbs. Because they're running on 3rd down because they might go for it on 4th or give it to him. He's like the fourth option on 3rd down. He's a 4th option on a lot of different downs. So they need to make it where he's the main option other than running a over route or a play action deep post or deep ball, stop and stutter or stutter and go. You know, they need to make it where he can do some other things, you know, a curl route, you know, a comeback route, a speed out. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know it's not so much with a slant, but also he got to catch those balls and be focused and be strong over the middle. But they got to find a way to make him a primary target more than they have. And I think, you know, that 1,100 might be easy 15 to 2,000 yards if they do it. You know what I'm saying? But when you got reliable chain movers in St. Brown and Sam Laporta, and you got Gibbs at running back, I mean, honestly, you can't even get mad at it. But you thinking, like, if they giving so much attention to Gibbs and Laporta, and to be honest with you, they're going to rather throw the ball to a double-team Laporta and Gibbs before they throw it to, double-team Laporta and Amon-Ra before they throw it to JMO. I'll tell you that right now. But a lot of times on that third down play, JMO got to be open, bro. JMO got to be open on third down, fam. All the coverage has got to be rolled towards St. Brown, bro, and the Laporta, and then they still got to watch Gibbs. So JMO got to be seeing a lot of one-on-ones, bro. He got to be seeing a bunch of one-on-ones, and versus the probably the lesser of the defensive backs. You know what I'm saying? That's what make the Lions offense so vicious, dog. Is that what Laporta and St. Brown can do for you and what Gibbs can do for you. If they touch it, it's a wrap. If they touch it, it can be a touchdown for Laporta, for Gibbs, for Amon-Ra, St. Brown. They can throw it under the sticks and they can make it happen. So think about what JMO out there fucking doing. Like, come on. There got to be opportunities where he's one-on-one and he has the advantage and they're not exploiting that. They're not exploiting it. But he got to get, I think him not being able to get in rhythm is a problem. That's what I will say. His inability to get in rhythm is a problem. They got to get him in rhythm. They have to get him in rhythm. Him having a ball here, or a big play down the road here, I think that's becoming a huge problem. But no, like I said, that's up to them to figure that shit out, bro. That's up to them to figure that out. But hopefully they do figure it out. But that's up for them to figure that out. But no, as of right now, Steve Smith might have a point, but I think they are top 5. But I'm just thinking about how coverage is rolling and who they paying attention to. There gotta be a lot of opportunity for him. As much as they want to get Demo out of Detroit, and feature Jahmyr Gibbs. Guess what? Once you start featuring Jameson Williams, you gave them all that money, and y'all haven't found creative ways to get them the football until everybody fell down and got injured last year. So, and that just shows you they not making him the primary target. Ben Johnson didn't really fuck with him like that. And, to be honest with you, Dan Campbell is the only one that's really fucking with him. That's the upside of Dan still calling plays, is that Dan gonna get on the ball. And we'll see what Drew Petzing got to say. Drew Petzing is a third look. Ben was a look. John Morton was a look. And now Drew Petzing is a totally different look. And we'll see how they can, get him the football, because Drew Petzing was finding ways to get, Marvin Harrison Jr. the football. Whether he took advantage or not took advantage of that, he can find ways to get his guys to football. But there's so much you can do with JMO, especially with the coverages that's rolled away from him. It is bananas. The coverages that's not on him, you just think about like how deadly Laporta and Brown is, St. Brown is, and Gibbs is on third down. And I know it's hard to say, hey man, it's an easy pitch and catch to them most third downs, right? Because if you double up, but I'm telling you, it's probably a lot of opportunity for them on every down that JMO, they not rolling coverage to JMO. And if they start rolling coverage to JMO, do you understand what that will do for St. Brown? I don't even think people really understand what that's going to do for Laporta, for St. Brown, what that's going to do, bro. They won't even know how to defend you. You going to put 8 in the box? Hey, all of them can run by you. You know, 8 in the box, kick it out to St.Brown for Gibbs for a screen. That's the crazy thing about it. You know, I got to look at the film because I know the coverages, they probably giving JMO, he probably got hella opportunities, bro. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you, just knowing what I know and how teams is playing them, I'm telling you, bro, he's probably getting hella opportunities, man. Hella opportunities. And it's just a matter of trust in him catching the football. And I just think if they consistently find ways to get the ball in his hand where he can get in the rhythm and his touches aren't sporadic, I think we'll be having a different conversation. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, find me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Instagram, everything inside the link tree in the description. Hype the video, thumbs up the video, peace.